I'm sorry, dude. Are you? Yeah, I'm glad you're here. I'm not glad you're here. One of those things. Guys, it's Arch City now. We are glad you're here, if indeed you are right now. 6:05 as we welcome you into the show. Arch City now, all St. Louis things all the time. Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Dark 30 time. We're ready. It's October 28th. A lot of things happening last night. World Series. What the World Series literally just ended like an hour ago. 18 freaking innings. 18 innings. Woo! That's quite the game. Quite. I mean, they played 2 games last night to get 1 game winner. Dodgers take it. You get good guys, you get good people, you pay the money, and then they produce. Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman. Cardinals, take note. I repeat, Cardinals, take note. Spend money on good players, get dividends. It makes sense. We got that coming up. The Chiefs last night with a nasty, ugly game, but they win. Travis Kelce making some history. All of a sudden, those Chiefs are 5-3. AFC West shaping up with the Chiefs and the Chargers. Also, the Blues, literally the Blues, giving us the Blues. I can't figure them out. We'll get into it, but they don't have much time to feel bad about another loss last night because they will be back in action tonight over at Enterprise Center. Busy time. You just hope that they can get Jake Neighbors and Robert Thomas back, who did not play last night. They've been listed as day-to-day with some injuries. We'll get into that. I was glad one of the local news stations, I can't remember who it was, maybe it was Fox. Kyron Williams was back in town, the former Vianney high school product, Notre Dame guy, now running back with the Rams. Rams had a bye week last week. So he was back being honored Friday night. Talk about that a little bit. Glad to see him back in town. And he was a star. He was good at Vianney. Back when Vianney was really good at football. Kyron left, the coach left, and Vianney hasn't been heard from since. And that's not being disrespectful. That's just calling it what it is. A real deal there. The guy was able to steal $19,000 worth of medication from some Walgreens in St. Louis. Hey, man, we'll get into that. How about this? You think you had a bad day? Think you're feeling bad? I'm talking about a guy in St. Louis. He was crossing the road downtown on his way home after work about 9:30 at night. He got hit by a car, and then he was drugged for blocks. Blocks. Well, he's finally out of the hospital. Blocks. Could you imagine something like that happening? No, thank you. An owner and a dog are going viral for their piano playing and singing. We'll show you some video of that. They can't hear it with our system, but you can see it. We'll be able to show it to you. Isn't that right? We can't play the video sound.
It depends on like the It really depends on where we're getting them.
All right, we'll see. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. Hopefully, I'm wrong.
Yeah, hopefully.
Also, we've told you about AI. If Amazon's cutting about 14,000 corporate jobs because of AI, AI is going to do the job of 14,000 corporate jobs. Take note, be aware. This is what we've been talking about. This is what you hear headlines coming for the last, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years about AI. It's serious and it's not going anywhere. It's coming fast. You've got to be prepared. We were talking about the Monday Night Football game. How about Peyton Manning? You know, they do the Peyton cast. What do they call it? Do they have a special name for that when Eli and Peyton watch the game and give their own commentary on ESPN? Was it ESPN2?
I think it's like a Manning thing.
The Manning cast.
Yeah.
It's called the Manning cast. That's right. Peyton called out Joe Buck and Troy Aikman last night. Now, not trying to be mean, but just like, and I'll tell you what he said. We'll give you his quote. But then he was also calling out, and I love it, Deebo Samuel, because he let a ball just hit him in the face mask, and it turned into an interception for the Chiefs. These guys are pros. I know you make mistakes, but my gosh, it's difficult to let a ball go off your hands, hit you in the face mask. I know things happen, but wow. These guys are getting paid tons of money. Can't make mistakes. Of course, Washington lost that game as well. So we'll do that. How about Elon Musk launched his own Wikipedia competitor, Grokpedia. Grokopedia. Grok, because if you haven't used Grok, it's pretty good. Grokopedia. Okay, we got you there. Appreciate it. Plus, anything else that you guys want to jump in with, we'll do that. We appreciate you guys. As always, you know where to find us. You come in on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Once again, that's Facebook, YouTube, and X. You can also give us a call if you want to talk about some of these stories. You do that at 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. I also saw yesterday, and I don't know, there were so many people going on about the Vanderbilt illegal twisting of Bo Perbula's ankle or not. I thought it was dirty. So many other people across America did as well, and they put it out there on Twitter, and then other people didn't. It was something I brought up yesterday as well. Mizzou will be talking with the media today. We'll hear more from Eli Drinkwitz and what he thought. Maybe he'll talk. Maybe he'll talk about what's happening with the officiating. So I don't know. We'll see. I hope he does. I hope he gets in to that about officiating that game, because it was not great. Also from last night, Max Scherzer started. He hung in there. He was taken out before he could have been in line for the win, but he did his job. In the World Series, managers micromanage literally most at bats. Thank you, Tony La Russa. You may have gotten credit for starting that way back when, but it's a reality. Some of those things are happening. Just insane. That game last night. By the way, the Dodgers Blue Jays game, it tied a record for the most innings in World Series history. And we'll talk about that. Maybe we'll get into that here. I was just wanting to make sure. Guys, by the way, we are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. You catch us Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Also, following us is Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen and Jim the Cat Hayes. They'll got to hear Cam talk about the Blues today as well later on in the show. 11 to 1. Oh, what's the 10 o'clock show today? Is that Jennifer's show today on Tuesdays, producer Ryan? The Tuesday
Yes,
show?
Yes, sir. Elevate and Lead.
Elevate and Lead. Business. Entrepreneurship from 10 to 11, and then Charlie Tune and the Posse from 11 to 1 o'clock. And I've been throwing it out there. Nobody's really been taking the bait when it comes to Halloween. What do you guys do for Halloween if you do? If you're by yourself, if you're with a family member, spouse, loved one, whatever, kids. Because it's interesting when you have Halloween on a Friday, because there were already parties this last weekend on Saturday. Because Halloween's already passed when it comes this week, so they'd have to be on a Friday night. I don't know. I'm just interested to get people's opinion from that standpoint as well. 6:15 on a Tuesday morning from a weather standpoint. Supposed to be today, like it was yesterday, not as windy. Might get some more rain precipitation tomorrow before things get a little bit better. Allegedly for Wednesday, or excuse me, Thursday. So you're talking about 59 as a high today. Maybe some mist in the later part of the day. High only 54 on Wednesday tomorrow. Thursday, sun starts to come back at about 57. Friday, you're looking at a high of 60, partly cloudy. And then Saturday, 54. By the way, we turned those clocks back. Rye, you've been talking about needing some sleep. Don't go out and party Saturday night. Get some rest. Although you're the least partying 22-year-old
I'm not.
I have ever come across in my entire life.
I left those days behind me.
Yes, you used to be a pro.
Yeah,
By 22, he's retired.
Yeah,
It's a good thing.
I may unretire like Gronk like 2 years later, but you guys never know. I'll let you guys know though.
Yeah, let us know. We appreciate it. So you can get that. Think of that for the weather. It is fall time. And speaking of fall, we fall back Saturday night for daylight saving time. Okay, at least that'll be another hour. Love that hour. But that day always feels a little draggy to me. It did. Maybe it'll be different this year. We will see. So if there's anything else you guys want to jump in, you can talk to us about that. That would be on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And of course, we'll say hi there, get everything rocking and rolling from that standpoint. Okay. The first thing that I want to get into this morning, because it was just so late, was this freaking World Series game last night. St. Louis and Max Scherzer. We like to focus on St. Louis. You know, we do it. St. Louis sports, news, headlines, a little bit of politics, entertainment, restaurants, whatever the case, focusing on our backyard and, of course, national stories that apply as well. I just, let me see here. Oh, I got it. So what you have last night is Max Scherzer pitching for the Blue Jays. He's got 2 outs, and he gets taken out. He gets taken out. He's in the 5th inning. He's got a lead, and all of a sudden, he gets taken out because he was going to have to face Shohei Ohtani, who had just another... It's not fair how good Shohei Ohtani is. People appreciate Shohei Ohtani because he is the best baseball player of all time. And he's playing in 2025. Just appreciate it. A 6'4", 220-pound, do everything, incredible athlete. The best of all time. Nobody in the history of baseball has ever been better than Shohei Ohtani. There's not one person. Enjoy watching him play. And the great thing also about Shohei Ohtani is that he has personality. He shows emotion. There's been a culture from, I guess, Japan in the past where it's like very, very straight mannered. Not with Shohei. Shohei shows his emotion. He's out there playing. He's out there showing. He's up and he's down. And he's loving it. And it just makes me sad as a Cardinals fan that once we were the best baseball city, we're not anymore. Once we had really good baseball, we're not even close to that anymore. The Dodgers are the standard in the National League. The Phillies were right there too. We're not even close. We are so far away from being relative in the major leagues. It's just sad at what's happened to baseball here, especially when I'm watching the World Series. I think back to 2006. I think back to 2011, even 2014 when we got destroyed by the Red Sox, but we were still there. And then it's been silent since. Haven't even sniffed anything of that. Haven't even been a threat. One year we had a really good season. Was it 2015? 16, and then, of course, we lost in the playoffs. I just get frustrated Frustrated. Thinking about the glory days of Cardinals baseball. What was? I was also talking to somebody yesterday who isn't from the area and said that when their friends would come into the Cardinals games, it wasn't just that the Cardinals were bad the last couple of years or average. It was that the prices around the ballpark, vendors, food, everything had gone up exponentially, that a trip that used to cost them like $300 would be about $500. So they didn't come back either. It's one thing we haven't really talked about is the price has really gone up too for so many of these things where, people didn't want to come or families. Anyway, if they're winning, you may think twice about it and still go and enjoy. But right now they're not, so you don't have to worry about it. And then we're left watching the Dodgers kick butt. Good for the Dodgers, not for us. But, oh well. So the Dodgers played this game last night. Dodgers, Blue Jays put on one heck of a show. 18 innings. Dodgers get a walk-off home run from Freddie Freeman. They win 6-5. Literally played a doubleheader. Toronto had 15 hits and 5 runs. The Dodgers 16 hits and 6 runs. And they win the game. How about the night from Shohei Ohtani, who I was just talking about? Guys, we're watching history, and that's why I'm talking about it right now, because we are a baseball town. Shohei Ohtani, 4 for 4 hitting, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, 5 walks. Once again, 5 walks. It may be the greatest single game in World Series history. Tell me somebody else who's had a better World Series game than Shohei Ohtani last night in 18 innings. He was on base 9 straight times. Put that in perspective. 9 straight times. 4 for 4 hitting, and they didn't want to pitch to him. 5 walks. Once again, the best player in Major League Baseball history, who had arguably the greatest postseason game. What was it, last week, 2 weeks ago? He hit 3 home runs, pitched 6 innings, and had 10 strikeouts as a pitcher. And now Shohei comes back last night in the World Series. I call it the greatest offensive performance in the history of the World Series. You get 9 at-bats, and you're on a base 9 straight times. Appreciate the greatness. And you don't even have to be a huge baseball fan. You don't. But we are in St. Louis to appreciate the greatness of Shohei Ohtani. I know it's easy to say we'll never see anything like this again, but will we? Will we? It blows my freaking mind. 5 walks, 2 home runs, 4 for 4 hitting, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. Too bad Mookie Betts behind him was only 1 or 8, or that game would have been over way before then. I just love watching Shohei Ohtani, and he's got an electric personality as well. And it really frustrates me that he's a freaking LA Dodger, and we have to watch it as the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead in this series. So, they played way late into the night. Can you do me a favor, Ryan, if you have a check? Can you tell me what time their game is today? I'm curious. I think they play game 4 today. I'm positive. I just can't remember. I did not stay up for the full game. But you're talking about the history of this game last night. The only other time a World Series game went 18 innings was 2018, if you remember that. That was between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. Guess what? Dodgers won on a walk-off home run by Max Muncy. And, of course, ironically, he played in last night's game as well.
They still have him. That's crazy. But Yeah, tonight's game is at 7 p.m.
Wow, talk about stepping back up for that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Last night's game, 6.5 hours on the dot. 6 hours, 30 minutes for baseball. Could you imagine if you went to the game and then you're dealing with that LA traffic? Dear God, help us. There's probably not even getting home till now. At 6:25 our time, 4:25 Pacific time. It's just fun. And I mean, all of these things that are happening. It's unbelievable. What a history making game. I love history. Love talking about history. And we got it last night with the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani. Um, do you like baseball, Ryan? Or are you more of an NBA guy than baseball, Major League Baseball?
I'm more of an NBA guy, but I like baseball. I live in a baseball city, so I'm really disappointed in the Cardinals, of course. So
That's what all this does. It makes me frustrated. I'm like,
life was better when the Cardinals were good.
Yeah, and as a fan, we're nowhere near.
And we're
not there next year. We're not there the year after. I mean, unless you bought a whole new team. That's what frustrates me.
Yeah, we're just beyond mid. We're just super middle of the pack.
That's a great way of putting it. That's exactly what we are right now. It's like, okay, we'll try to get better.
Yep. Let's try to get to 500.
We're almost there. All right.
8,000 people are showing up to the game.
6:27 on this Tuesday, October 28th. It is still dark 30 outside. Glad you guys are with us. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing the show. As always, you can jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. X, Facebook, and YouTube at Arch City. Say hi, jump in, throw a comment in, a shout out, whatever you want to do. If you want to talk about something, the stories, if you want to talk about what's happening, anything, bring something to our attention from a news story in the St. Louis area, we can do that as well. The phone number to call is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. When we come back, we'll get into what happened with the Chiefs last night. There are Chief fans all over the place, all over the city. I learned about more Chief fans in St. Louis. Might as well call them the St. Louis Chiefs. I knew the Chiefs were big in this area when I moved back home, but I had no idea how big the Chiefs would become. I mean, they are the team, right? People here in the St. Louis area, there's more Chief fans than anybody else. Clearly, they're in the state, but it's way in Kansas City. Never thought I'd see it, but we have it right now. We're gonna that also. We got to talk Blues. Blues are back in town tonight. If you want to go see a game, but this is a team that is sliding. They're sliding fast. They fight. They don't give up. They just lose. They lose. And this is what I was concerned with when the season started. And I talked to people about this. I just felt like there was way too much hype on this team. And I said it on the show before the season started. Way too much hype around a team. Let them go and play. They're not the saviors of St. Louis just yet. We'll see. We'll get into that. Plus the news headlines coming up a little bit later in the show. Jump on in if you want to. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Producer Rise here. I'm Vic Faust. We'll be back with more right after All right, guys. Welcome back into the show on a Tuesday morning. It is October 28th. Jump in on the show if you want to on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, that's X, Facebook, and YouTube. You can give us a call if you want to as well. That is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Producer Rye alongside. I'm Vic Faust. Hope you guys are having a good day, weekend. We get you up each day in the morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us from 8 to 10 a.m. every day with the former Blue Cam Jansen and St. Louis Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Like, subscribe, share the show. If you want to do a promotion of anything, shout out for anybody, anything, we love it. You can do that as well. We encourage it. Glad you guys are with us as always. Okay. Talked a lot about the aspect last night from the World Series game, just because it was historic. You know, an 18-inning baseball game with Shohei Ohtani, St. Louis and Max Scherzer starting the game. I wanted him in the fifth inning, by the way. He was set. They had a lead. They had a 2-run lead. They were up 4-2. 2 outs in the fifth. Scherzer's on the mound, and Ohtani's coming to the plate. I'm like, let Scherzer pitch to him. Let him pitch to him. They took Scherzer out. They brought in a lefty to get one of those lefty-lefty matchups. And for those of you who don't know, if you're listening, it's usually more difficult if you're a righty facing a righty or a lefty batter facing a lefty, because your vision isn't as good. You don't get to see it as well, the pitch, that is. So they bring in a lefty, and what does Ohtani do? Yeah, he gets a double. If I'm Scherzer over in the bench, I'm pissed. I am pissed. He could have had that, gotten out of the inning. He didn't. The Dodgers go on to eventually win that baseball game, as we said, 18 innings. Just insane what happened there last night. 6-5 was the final. It was a busy night of sports on Monday. And of course, we cover and try to find the St. Louis angle and that sort of thing. And also the stories that are national that play well from a local standpoint. Chiefs, did you watch any of the NFL game last night, or were you too busy working?
Too busy working. I was at the Y from 5 to 8.
Okay. Chiefs win again, man. 5-3, or they're 5-3. Taking care of business. I mean, they were a 10.5-point favorite. They won 28-7. But in the first half, you're like, what the hell's going on? It was 7.5. And it looked really bad. I mean, really bad. It was ugly. Penalties, turnovers, drop passes, a little wet. But you kind of always knew the Chiefs were going to explode. You did. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Patrick Mahomes, he didn't have a great night. He threw the ball well, 25 of 34 for basically 300 yards, 299, 3 touchdowns, but he had 2 picks. One of those wasn't his fault, for sure. And his rating was still over 104, which was good. Marcus Mariota was the backup starting for Washington. He had not such a great game. I mean, completion-wise, 21 of 30 for 213 is fine, but he had 2 picks. That's a problem. So the Chiefs win last night. They're 5-3. They're 4-1 at home. They're rolling. They look really good. No surprise that they're back. I mean, they, to me, look like a favorite in the AFC. Who else? Who else are you going to call a favorite in the AFC? Maybe Buffalo? The Colts? It would be the Colts. The Colts, nobody believes in, but their offense right now,
one of the best of
all time.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Where did this come from?
I don't trust anybody.
The greatest show on turf in Indy?
I don't trust anybody in the AFC other than the Chiefs, because nobody has beaten the Chiefs.
There you go. And how could you not trust the Chiefs? And I know that gets a lot of people excited in the St. Louis area. Kelsey last night, 6 receptions, 99 yards. He's not what he used to be, but he's still good. He's smart. And you have that connection with him and Mahomes and Andy Reid calling plays. It just works out. He had another touchdown. He has 99 touchdowns. Travis Kelce's going to retire in Kansas City as the all-time touchdown leader. He has 99, tied with a man named Priest Holmes. He and Priest both with 99. So Travis's next touchdown will give it to him by himself. So Travis has some good things going on there. Also, not only, I thought he's the, well, does he have 99 now? Yeah, he had a 10-yard touchdown pass. I thought it was 99. I guess, was it 100? I thought it was 100 there. I was looking at something there. Anyway, Kelsey, he's a 4-time first-team All-Pro, 3-time second-teamer, has been named to 10 Pro Bowls. He's a Hall of Fame tight end, one of the greatest tight ends of all time to play. He's still playing. The Chiefs still getting it done. And they're back. They are back. Now, it depends a lot on where the Chiefs play, I think, too. If you have to go to Kansas City, good luck. But right now, with 3 losses, the Colts have 0 losses. Could Kansas City go into Indianapolis and win? I mean, they could go anywhere and win, but I don't know. You're talking about a Colts team that only has 1 loss right now. If they stay healthy, and we know that the NFL is a battle of attrition, just ask the Lions last year and this year with their defense. But it's fun to watch what the NFL is doing with the scripting. And the Chiefs are, love them or hate them, they're not going anywhere. They're really good. They're really well coached. And, they're not going to be an easy out. They're just not. And on top of it all, they just know how to win. They have that pedigree. They know what they're doing. And you've got the great, and I still think Andy Reid is phenomenal as a play caller, if not the best, one of the best of all time. Not even close. Because he is that good. He just, he knows how to make things happen. And he's been around for a long time. And you always know when Patrick Mahomes drops back somehow, some way, you just know he's going to find a way to make a play. I mean, way more times than not. So I know our Chiefs fans in the area get excited about it. Congrats. The Chiefs won. They're 5-3 again. They're back on track, looking pretty good. More power to them. By the way, Kelsey last night had 6 catches for 99 yards. So, that was good from his standpoint. Denver now is 5-2. The Chargers are 5-3, and the Chiefs are 5-3. So just like that, you're talking about maybe the best division in football right now. At one point, it looked like the NFC North with the Lions and the Packers, but the Bears have fallen off and the Vikings have fallen off. But it's the AFC West. That's the best division in football. So good luck trying to win that division this year, because that is not easy. Just about 6:45, 6:45 on a Tuesday morning, October 28th. If you want to jump in, you can do that with your comments. Say good morning. We appreciate you guys when you come into the show every day as we talk from a sports standpoint there, things that were going on. Also wanted to, if you guys, look at what's happening and who they play next, because we talk about what's happening this weekend. You look ahead to the Chiefs' schedule. Did you see who they play?
No.
Can't wait. They're at the Bills Sunday afternoon.
This week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do have that short week.
Well, no, I mean, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
So they play Sunday.
Oh, the Chiefs do, right?
Chiefs play at Bills.
They play Monday and then they play Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah. A day. Mm-hmm. So they got the Bills. They're at Buffalo. That's a 3:25 start. That'll be the game of the day. Then they go to the Broncos the week after. Actually, that's 2 weeks. They have a bye.
Oh,
So they go to Buffalo. But look at the schedule now. So they go to Buffalo. They play a Monday night game. Then they have a short week. They go to Buffalo. And the Bills look like they were back on track after their bye week this week. Put up a ton of points. Now the Chiefs, after the Bills, they get a week off. Then they go to the Broncos, who are 5, and we were just talking about it, what they are, 6-2. Then they host the Colts. So the Chiefs have a 3-week run of the Bills, the Broncos. Those are away games, and then at home against the Colts.
so they could really be 8-3 or 5-6.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And then they get to kind of at the Cowboys and then the Texans.
And the Cowboys aren't no slouches either. They just have a bad defense, like really bad.
And then, I mean, in the final games, they've got to play the Broncos again and the Chargers again. So that division is going to be interesting as it makes its way to the end of the season. Very, very interesting from that standpoint. Appreciate you guys jumping in this morning on everything that we have going on from a sports standpoint. We'll be getting your headlines at 7, that's for sure. We talked about the World Series last night, the Chiefs getting things done. If you guys wanted to jump in on the Chiefs, you can. Anything from that game? Do you believe in the Chiefs this year? Is this a team that's going to be worthy? Is this a team that's going to win the Super Bowl? We'll see. We'll see where they are. Do they have the talent? Yeah, they got the talent. They do. Will it work out for them? I'm not sure. We'll see where it all goes. We're just glad that you're with us this morning. Thanks for jumping in. We're here Monday through Friday, as you know, from 6 to 8 a.m., waking you up, St. Louis. Yeah, it's been dark outside. I think it's going to get a little lighter with the daylight saving time when we fall back. Would it? No. I don't know. It's just so dark in the morning. But anyway, thanks for jumping on the show, guys. We say good morning to you, Ben, and Donna, and Thompson from the chat line. What's up, Vic? Good morning to you all. Go Chiefs from the chat line as well. Yeah, I know you guys love your Chiefs. Y'all Chiefs throughout the area. We appreciate you guys jumping in this morning. 6:47 is the time. You're going to have that tough run when it comes to the NFL. By the way, I thought this was really cool. I don't know. I think I sent you some video from Kyron Williams. We love to talk about the St. Louisans. Kyron Williams, if you don't remember, went to Vianney High School, Notre Dame, running back, starting running back with the Rams. Well, he was back in town Friday being honored at his school over there at Vianney, led him to state championships. Outstanding high school player, outstanding college player. And then now he is a very good running back with the LA Rams. So Kyron, back in the day with that black and yellow of Vianney, was on the sidelines Friday night, getting his number 20 retired. It's always good to see the St. Louis guys back in town. And Vianney was good. I mean, I know you cover East St. Louis football now. They were state champs. I mean, they were good. Imagine Vianney like dominating, and they did. Great high school coaching. They had some great players. Just really cool to see Kyron back in town. Showing you some video from that standpoint. Fox 2 did a nice interview with him. Get all that information. Yeah, there he is, showing you some video of him winning his state titles when he was in St. Louis. So
Vianney won state twice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, Griffins.
Yeah, you're like,
okay.
That's right. I know I tease you. I like to call you young blood, but yeah. Vianney, like they were legit. They were legit.
All right.
They had good coaching. They had good players.
Shout out the Metro Catholic Conference.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
It's been a while. They've been trying to get back on track there. I've always said high school coaching, you get a great coach, and they had some really good coaches. It makes a whole lot of difference in high school. I'm telling you, it does. It makes a huge difference. And, Kyron just I hung out with his dad one night at a sports bar. And we just talked football the whole night. Loved it. Loved talking to him. And as he talked about just trying to do everything he could to teach his son the game as he was growing up. And if you ever coach your kids in whatever sports it is, yeah, obviously it would be a dream come true to watch a son get to attain what Kyron has. But even if it's in Little League, just appreciating those moments and watching your son or your daughter do whatever they're doing, whether it's dance or piano or gymnastics or softball or soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever, you name it. Just a whole lot of fun to promote a guy like Kyron. So very, very cool from that standpoint. His mom's seen at a lot of his games too, all over the place. So anyway, Kyron had a chance to talk to the team before the game and just really try to promote what Vianney is. Vianney has some really good players this year too. They're just not what they were when Kyron was there. So yeah, my friend Vianney, they dominated. They did. I know that's hard for you to imagine back in the day. Just like it'd be hard for people to imagine that St. Mary's was dominating just a few years ago as well.
In what?
Football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, football.
Yeah, Kevin Coleman Jr.
Yeah, you did not want to see St. Mary's in your district. Let's just put it that way.
Personally, I used to argue with the football team all the time because they were always class 3, and basketball, we were always class 5. So we were playing like them guys every single week.
Guys.
Yeah. So
well, St. Mary's played some tough teams during the season. Just in the playoffs, they didn't have to. They'd run into one or two every now and then. So anyway, wanted to show you that. I'm glad Fox did a real good follow-up with him. That was really, really cool to see from that standpoint. Hey, guys, we're Arch City now, here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. Yeah, by the way, I had to give a shout-out to Winty's. That's where I was talking to Kyron's dad. I met him there down in the Valley. I took you to Winty's one day. You finally had a chance to check out Winty's.
Winty's has a great menu, man.
They do. We'll get over there again. We'll get over there and enjoy Ben. One of the owners likes to take care of everything, so that's for sure. 6:50. What are we about? 6:53 on a Tuesday morning. Getting you up and going out the door. October 28th. Glad you guys are with us today. If you want to jump in from a St. Louis standpoint, any of the stories, please do. We like to talk to you from that standpoint. Also, thanks for liking, subscribing, and sharing the show, letting people know exactly what we have going on here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And just talking so last night, literally we're talking about Kyron was in town. Then last night you had Shohei Ohtani doing his thing with the Dodgers, but then you had Max Scherzer, the St. Louisan, pitching and doing pretty well until they took him out. Who knows? Maybe he would have given up a two-run homer. Maybe he would have gotten Shohei Ohtani to nub one on the ground or pop one up. He came out of the game, and that's when things went bad. Just to say a little bit. Okay. We are Arch City now. You can catch us on Facebook, YouTube, and X. Once again, that's Facebook, YouTube, and X. Whatever you want to do, jump in on a show, give us some comments, promote anything from a standpoint of news headlines, sports. Do you have events coming up? Whatever the case, we'll promote it for you. We'll put it out there, put it on the timeline. We'll talk about it, whether that's on any of those spots where we said that's where we talk to. Most people come in on, seem to come in on Facebook, come in on X. And that's where we get a chance to just bring all those things to you. Also, if we're missing anything, if there's any stories out there that we should be talking about, let us know. We'll do that as well as we get you going on these mornings throughout the St. Louis area. Weather today is going to be a whole lot like it was yesterday. But 50, I think it was 54. Could see some afternoon pop-up showers again or misting. Maybe some of that into tomorrow, but at least we're supposed to be dry by Thursday. Little sun coming up, cooler temperatures. Fall is here as we head into Halloween, which is on Friday. Of course, that's a subject. If you guys want to promote anything that you're going on, any fun things for yourself, the kids, take the family to, let us know. We love to talk about that all the time. Also, if you have plans for the weekend. High school football in the area, districts start from a playoff standpoint. That's Thursday night. Games start Thursday. Games are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, all throughout the St. Louis area. I'm glad that all teams get to go to the playoffs. I am. That's the one thing I love what they do with Misha. Now, the systems of how they award seeding and so forth, I don't understand. But right now, at least all teams get to go. At least you get that one extra game.
Yeah, I hate it because teams like Lafayette have to be in the same district as like CBC and stuff in the first week.
It's not fair. It's a great point that you bring up in St. Louis and Missouri.
It's literally like they don't want any St. Louis teams to play each other. So
Makes
sense, but.
Here's the other thing. Lafayette, they don't turn or churn out all these D1 kids, but what they win.
They just win.
They pulled off a big upset against Cardinal Ritter last year to go to the Final Four. They got kind of a bad call. They should have been in the state championship game. Now, they had Robbie Preckle last year, who's tied in at Northwestern now, but they're good. And this year, Lafayette is the third best team in the area.
Yeah.
They're the third best team. And guess who their district is? CBC.
SLU. Who else is in their district?
Well, I mean, DeSmet, but they have to worry about all they have to worry about. It's going to be Lafayette and CBC.
Yep.
So it's a shame that happens. But yeah, shout out to Lafayette. I mean, really, shout out to them because they have they've got a good program.
Yeah.
I know some of their coaches; those guys do a damn good job. Of and they have to take the kids that are in their area.
Exactly.
They don't get to have kids, and that's I've long said there should be a Catholic or a private school division and a public school. Some people agree with me, some people hate me for saying that, but that's what I've always thought.
Do you mean for playoffs?
For playoffs, because I don't think it's not fair. It killed high school football for public schools because kids all started going to the private schools and everything became very competitive. Oh, we're going to take kids from everywhere, but we're going to play you. And I'm a private school guy.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a private school. My kids went to private schools. And guess what? I think it's wrong when it comes to competing in the postseason. Now, that's not to say that public schools can't win. In 5A last year, we got beat by my son at MICDS. We got beat by Platte County, 5A public school. They won the state title.
Yeah.
And
County's always good, though.
Yeah, but once again, that's a public school that's not able to draw kids from all over the area.
Yeah, I think the difference is about Platte County is I don't think there's that many like educational competition around. Like I don't think there's that many.
They're not.
Yeah, I don't think there's other.
And if you want to play football, you move into the area.
Yeah,
so that's what happens.
I don't think there's any other like school that they're competing with to get these kids. So it's like they can go up against a top tier team for sure.
Well, we are past our time. Hopefully, we didn't screw it up too much. All right. I got us into that. Hey, when we come back, a lot of Blues talk, news headlines for the day. Anything else that you guys want to jump in on, let us know. Getting you up and going on a Thursday morning, October 28th, 6:58 is the time. Thanks for joining us. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou Information Station, and we're live and on demand at louinfo.com.
What are you so happy about? I'm on the pill. Aren't you two a bit old to worry about having more kids? Not her, me. You lost me there, buddy. Steelman pills. Things weren't always looking up, if you catch my drift. So my doctor prescribed me a little something. Like Viagra? Yeah, but that's expensive, and it wasn't covered by my insurance. Steelman pills cost me less than $3 a pill, and virtually the same effect. I just called and got over 40 pills for only $99. I have this friend who might be looking. Well, if your friend wants some help, the consultation is free over the phone. No clinic. Steelman Pills sends it in the mail in a confidential package. I'm on it. I mean, my friend will be on it.
Steelman Pills, going the extra mile to help men with erectile dysfunction.
800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. 800-915-9371. That's 800-915-9371.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, this is the Lou Information Station, KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
President Javier Milei is expanding his
Show 7:05 on a Tuesday morning, October 28th. This is Arch City Now. I'm Vic Faust, producer Rye, alongside as well. Glad you guys are with us. As always, we're here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m., talking all things St. Louis all the time. Pretty much anything and everything you want to talk about, focusing on that from a sports standpoint, a news standpoint, headlines, you name it. People from the St. Louis area doing the things that they're doing all over the place. So we are here, by the way, giving you an update. We'll get back into the Chiefs from that standpoint. What happened with Kelsey last night? He had his 83rd touchdown during the regular season in his career. That ties him with Priest Holmes as the Chiefs' all-time leader, 83. So what he does is he just needs one more to take sole possession of first. I told you guys I would check that, get back to you, and do that. So he already holds the NFL record for postseason receptions with 172. He's got 100 yards in the postseason 9 times. Super Bowl receptions 35. Dang, so he's got a lot going on there. So I wanted to make sure we were straight when it came to the facts of Travis Kelce. All right, 7:06, October 28th, as we said, we're here. Hot Take Central follows us today with the former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes. Coming up at 8 o'clock. They'll take you to 10 o'clock. Jennifer Bardot coming up at 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. It's Elevation and what?
Elevate and lead.
Elevate and lead. Efforting her. Want to promote her show today. Kind of a last second thing. We'll see what happens. If not today, another day. And then, of course, Charlie Tune in the Posse from 11 to 1. By the way, if you want to check out a list of all the shows and the programming that we have here, you can do that very simply at luinfo.com. Once again, that is luinfo.com. Producer Rice here. I'm Vic Faust. We're Arch City Now. Jump in on Facebook, X, and YouTube if you want to watch us. If you want to jump in the show as well and talk about anything St. Louis from that standpoint. Okay. One thing we did not talk, and I waited and I saved it, is the Blues. Okay. Right now, St. Louis, as we know, from a sports standpoint, we have the Blues. We don't have an NBA team. We don't have an NFL team. We have Mizzou. And even my Mizzou brethren right now are frustrated going, oh my gosh, we just lost our starting quarterback. We made mistakes. We lost a game. So that's kind of down. You kind of have the Chiefs, but not everybody in the St. Louis area likes the Chiefs. Yes, the Chiefs have a large contingent here. The largest contingent of NFL fans are Chief fans throughout the St. Louis Metro. There is absolutely no doubt about it. No arguing. You can't do it. Chiefs anywhere, everywhere. Go out, see the Chief parties all over the place. That's a fact. And the Chiefs won last night. We talked a lot about that in the first hour. So what you have is you have the Blues. And I didn't like all the pressure that was put on the Blues. Not people doing it mean, not trying to be like, oh, you got to do this. It just, people are so excited after the Cardinals debacle. I just didn't like it. I just felt like there's a lot of pressure. And I feel as if the Blues are pressing somehow, some way. All this hype, all offseason. They're a good team. They are. I mean, they have good players. It's not working right now. It is not working. Goaltending is not working. The Blues have to find a way to change things somehow, some way. Last night, they gave up 2 goals in the first freaking minute of the game. You know it if you watched it. You're like, oh my gosh. I don't know what's happening with Joel Hofer. Right now, he looks like the worst goalie in the NHL. And I'm not kidding. He's got to find a way. Somehow, some way. 2 goals in the first freaking minute of the game. So then here you are, the Blues, who wanted to have a good start to the season, good start to games, find themselves fighting back once again. Love the fight in the team, but the fight only goes so long if you're coming up with L's every night. Down 2-0 at Pittsburgh, who, by the way, Pittsburgh's 7-2-1 right now. They're one of the better teams in the NHL. They're off to a great start. Blues are not. So the Blues come back and they tie it in the first period. You're like, whoa, all right. Got something to feel good about. Then here comes the second period, and they go down 3-2. And the third period was an absolute disaster. They get outscored 3-1. They lose 6-3. They've now lost 4 straight games. Once again, 4 straight games. in the NHL. They're last place in their division, and they're one of the 3 worst teams in the NHL right now when it comes to points. Yeah, or at least in their conference. That's how bad things have become for the Blues. Is all lost? No, it's early. The problem is you've played 9 games. You've played 9 games right now. And you're 3-5 and 1 on a 4-game losing streak. But now with the NHL and their break that's going to be happening this year, the Olympic break, you have a lot more games in a shorter period of time. So tonight, the Blues are back home for 2 games this week if you want to go watch the team play. They've already had 5 home games in the month of October. Problem is they just haven't been winning at home. Now they play tonight. They've got the Red Wings, who they had a 4-0 lead against in Detroit on Saturday and ended up losing that 6-4. So they take on the Wings tonight at Enterprise. Gosh, do they need a win? They need some points. So that's going on tonight. Then you've got another situation where they play Thursday and they host Vancouver. Vancouver's off to a good start. The Wings are off to a good start. So 2 opportunities to pick up some points at home, get things right. Bennington would be back in the net tonight. And you just need to come out and do things right. I know you're coming off a back-to-back night. They're not the easiest things to do, but maybe some home cooking is exactly what this team needs right now. You lose 4 straight. They played without Robert Thomas and Jake Neighbors as well. They're day-to-day with some injuries. Those are 2 of your best offensive players, if not the best, when it comes to everything that they do. So that makes a big difference. They will be playing. Let's see I don't know if they're in the lineup tonight or not. We'll find out. But the bottom line is they lost another game. 6-3 was the final. By the way, Sidney Crosby went over 1,700 points in his remarkable career with a goal last night. Congrats to Sidney on what he's done from that standpoint. And he was always, I dealt with him. I covered him when I was in Detroit doing sports and news, covering the Red Wings when they were making their Stanley Cup run, mid-2007s, and then, of course, with Pittsburgh, then losing. Just a great guy to deal with. I mean, just phenomenal. Never forget the first time I walked. He's just total respectful to most everybody. I'm going to tell you, most hockey players are incredible to deal with. They are. Most of it. I mean, they're already told. You already probably know this. They're the easiest, the best, most respectful to deal with. But that doesn't mean every one of them is and has been. Trust me, I know. I've dealt with them. But Sidney, one of the all-time greats. So Blues down. Got to find a way to get things done. Are you concerned with what's happening with this team? Is it too early to be concerned with what's going on? Is it one of those things where, of course, they'll be taking care of business pretty simply? Does Montgomery find a way out of this? Is the direction? I mean, you have to feel good about who the Blues are and what they have, but how long do you not feel bad about it? Or how long do you not have to or be over worried if you're not right now? Are you worried or not? I'm concerned, but I also know they can change it in a heartbeat. I also know that goaltending has just, it can't be this bad, right? It can't be this bad continuing on, or at least that's what I'm guessing. Jump in, you can let us know from that standpoint. Also, from the chat line, Donna says, parents, be vigilant of counterfeit packaging on candy this year, of course. Halloween's coming up on Friday. Police are warning of fake packaging, THC and mushrooms being found. If you have some THC candies around, mushrooms around, that could be a concerning situation when it comes to Halloween and kids. Yeah, just be careful as you would with anything. 7:15 is the time, October 28th. Here we are, Halloween coming up on Friday. Obviously, you guys know, you jumped in on it last week. You were telling us about some of the costumes and things that you'll be using. Your kids wearing the events that are happening around town. If you want to promote that, you can certainly do that as well. As you know, you can go to X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, X, Facebook, and YouTube. That's Arch City Now. If you want to jump in on the phone lines, you can do that too. 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Always, if you want to know more about our entire station, what's happening from a content standpoint, you can do it at luinfo.com. Once again, that's luinfo.com. Vic Faust here, producer Rye alongside as well from that standpoint. Also, by the way, the Blues hit the road again Saturday, Monday. So literally the games that they have right now, you've got a game on Monday night, one tonight on Tuesday and Thursday back in St. Louis. Then it's Saturday, Monday back onto the road. So wanted to make sure we got that back out there as well. A lot of sports early on in the shows today, but also news headlines happening from that standpoint as well. How the heck this happened? And we look for the wild, the weird, the wacky, but somehow a Minnesota man here in St. Louis has been arrested after allegedly stealing more than $19,000 of medications from Walgreens. How the hell do you do that? Allegedly. Police were called to the Walgreens over in Overland, right near the intersection of Lackland and Woodson. A man reportedly was stealing. He stole more than $2,000 worth of Pepsid, Primeton Mist, Claritin, Zyrtec, and other medicine was found in his coat. How do you steal $2,000 of that and get it into your coat? After they checked his car out, over $17,000 of additional medicine was located in 3 trash bags. So the guy hitting up the Walgreens all over the area, and nobody's in Walgreens. I mean, it's not like a grocery store where Walgreens has its rushes, but go into a Walgreens, it's very quiet. It's like the elevator music. It's still going to take you 10 minutes to check out. No, I'm kidding. I've had that happen to me a couple times. It just seems like it takes forever to get out of Walgreens. $17,000 of additional medicine, producer Rye, found in his car. Going in, stealing Pepsid, Primeton Mist, Claritin, Zyrtec.
Also wanted to let you know that Jennifer will be calling in.
Oh, awesome.
7:30, right?
All right. Jennifer Bardell will promote her show today. She's on every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. She's got a fantastic business conference book, seven books, author on leading in business, several businesses. Just wanted to promote her because you can listen to her show every Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Very accomplished author as well. Thanks for that, bud. I appreciate it. So they found out that this guy who got busted, I mean, eventually you're going to get caught. We continue to talk about this. The woman 3 weeks ago, oh yeah, I'm going to go into Lululemon down in the Central West End. Not once and steal $2,000 worth of items. Not twice and steal over $6,000 of items and merchandise. I'm going to go back a third time in the same day and steal another $3,000. You're going to get caught eventually. So this guy, but I don't know, must be an addiction. So they said that the medicine came from both Walgreens and CVS. So it wasn't just Walgreens. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's video cameras and security cameras everywhere. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. This is the best part, though. I love it when people are just honest. This guy, Terrence McDaniel, said he admitted that he stole. You think you have to admit when you have $19,000 worth of medication in your car? How many packages is that? He said, quote, he was just mad that he got caught. All right, coming down to St. Louis. But we told you those are the places. I mean, especially in some states, people were targeting Walgreens. That's why they started to lock up everything. I don't know. What to do. I've never seen anybody stealing anything in a store. If you guys have ever seen anybody stealing anything, I'd love to hear. Oh, you have?
Oh my gosh, I've seen people steal so many times. It's insane. I've seen somebody
Like what kind of store? But what kind of stores in the St. Louis area?
Walgreens.
Yep.
That's what Family Dollar. Saw somebody steal from
Damn, leave the Family Dollar store alone. Come on, people.
I've seen somebody steal from a Dollar Tree, like in Iowa.
What? How are you seeing all this? Am I just that oblivious? Is it happening all the time?
No, it's just rare, but it's like crazy. It's usually kids though. It's usually like high schoolers and stuff. Oh, talking about high schoolers. I saw some high schoolers steal from the like gas station. They just walked in, got some chips and some candy, and just walked out. Yeah, seen a lot. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. But at least they finally caught this guy.
Yes.
I mean, $19,000 worth of medication is enough.
I don't understand the art of stealing. I don't want to call it an art, but I don't really understand stealing. Because like me, I'm like, I can just buy it. Like I'll just save it.
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe people can't buy it. Maybe there's an addiction with it. Maybe there's a rush.
Yeah, maybe it's the thrill of like
the thrill of doing it, especially getting away with something. It's an enterprise because many of these people who are stealing things like that can then try to go sell it.
Oh yeah.
Maybe sell it cheaper, black market, things from that standpoint. It's all real. That stuff does happen. But yeah, it is what it is. Hey, this is pretty cool. Local dog and its owner going viral, bringing some smiles to users one song at a time. St. Louis and Kara Badless, Merman story began sitting at a piano when she was 5 years old. Fox 2 did the story. I saw this. I thought it was pretty darn cool. So she adopted a Westie puppy, Mr. Bradford, at a rescue. By the way, St. Louis County is over the limit still with animals, dogs. If you're looking, now is a great time. So many animals need a home, that's for sure. So what they did was she started playing the piano with her dog. And you know that this is going to blow up on TikTok. You know it would blow up on Instagram. So what they did was she started teaching because she works at WashU. So, 25 hours a week, she's on her computer at home. So the dog would just jump up on screen with her as she's teaching. So she just randomly took a side video with her camera and she got to see his eyes squint and it was soothed by it. So that eye squint as his mom plays the piano is what has captured the attention of users across the world. The dog, little Bradford, loving life as mom plays the piano. So they've gone viral. You could look them up and check them out. Bradford and Kara, here's where you go. So for 5 years later, they started doing this during COVID. By the way, we were showing video. And if we can show, is there any way to show that video? We just can't hear them right now, right?
Yeah, can't hear it, but I'll try to figure out a way to do that. I think it's because we're using StreamYard, but
oh, that's fine. It's totally fine, buddy. But once again, this is Kara, Kara, Badless, Merman, Badlus, Merman, Mehrmann.
I think I do hear it.
So check out that. Here you go. We'll get you. Look at this.
Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Look at Bradford. Bradford's like, yeah, the smooth tunes. Look at For our listeners on radio who can't see what we're showing on the podcast, Bradford squints his eyes as he sits on mom's lap as she plays a nice little tune on the piano.
Yeah, I wish my dog did that while I played the game, but yeah.
That relaxes me as well. Bradford, ladies and gentlemen, the star of the show with the piano in the background. Once again, she adopted Bradford at a rescue shelter, and Bradford just likes mom being home playing the piano. So here's what's happened. They've garnered over 700,000 followers, 700,000 followers on, and 5 million likes on TikTok. That's insane. Notable celebrities and companies have already commented on their love for Bradford's emotion of listening, including SZA, Isn't SZA from St. Louis? That's what or at least was born here. Grew up in New Jersey, maybe. SZA, that's SZA. Have you met SZA yet?
No, I wish, but no.
Okay. You got Nat Geo Animals, Caesar Dog Food, Charlie Puth, who noted, I love his listening face. Music is so powerful. It's pretty cool. St. Louis area. People love piano and they love dogs. Bradford takes it to a new level where he's not howling along like a lot of dogs kind of howl with the music, but he just really seems to be soothed and reacts differently to different genres. It's so cute to see all of his reactions coming from Kara, the owner. That is really cool. Checking out Bradford. Bradford had to undergo some surgery to remove a baseball-sized tumor on his spleen last year. Despite the few months the doctor said he's still listening to the tune. So Bradford's still making it. He's 13 years old, and he loves listening to that music. And there's nothing, as you know, as a dog owner, that makes you feel better than being able to make your dog feel good or as comfortable as possible. And Kara's certainly doing that right now. So congrats to them. Love the story that Fox did. Of course, we cover anything and everything here on the show. Love it.
Hey, Tommy said, I saw a guy steal socks at Walmart. Like, see, that's what I be talking about. Like, why are you stealing socks at Walmart?
Well, I don't know, man, but everybody's got a situation. Like, and it's easy to look at somebody and judge. I mean,
like, no, genuinely, like, if you're under the age of 16 and you're going to the gas station and taking like chips and stuff, like, I'll be like, you're just a stupid kid, right? But if you're a grown man stealing socks at Walmart, I'm gonna judge you so like.
Yeah, I need some socks.
Like,
I need to go get some socks.
Yeah. Go clock in.
Yeah, exactly. Words of wisdom from the 22-year-old.
Clock in.
Wise beyond your years.
Yeah.
Tommy, so where did he say it was at Walmart?
Yeah, he said, I saw a guy steal socks at Walmart.
I've just never seen anybody steal anything. And I've
figure. Never seen somebody steal at Walmart.
Murphy's Law. I'll probably see something today. I mean, I've said that before. Oh, I don't get upset with people cut me off or get angry at me or flip me off. I don't have road rage. And then what happens? I go outside as soon as I make a left-hand turn out of the parking lot. Something will happen. Something will happen to try to test me. Guarantee it. Such is life. Yeah, if you've ever seen anybody steal something somewhere, chime in on the show. Let us know. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks, Tommy. And what do you do? Do you say anything? Do you get involved? Do you go report it?
No.
Or do you just let the eye in the sky take care of business as it should?
I'm gonna let security do their jobs.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm not getting in a fight over some dude stealing some Walmart socks.
Exactly. Yeah. They'll call police at some restaurants.
Yeah.
They call police if you try to dine and dash, and that's stealing.
You know, what does Walmart do or Target? It's one of those stores, but they'll let you continuously steal until you get to the limit to where they can take you to jail for it.
What are they doing? Keeping track somehow?
Yeah, they got the cameras. So like they can tell, like they can just check.
They've got a book on you.
Yeah,
we got a book on our thieves.
Like some ladies you stole.
They
like
reached I think it's $750 in Missouri.
Yeah, that's what it is for Missouri. But.
That's insane. Oh my God. Hey, never know what you're going to run into. Glad you're with us today. This is Art sitting down. Vic Faust. That's the voice of producer Rye alongside. If you want to give us a call, check about some of these stories. Keep us posted. You can do that at 855-282-8255. Once again, it's 855-282-8255. You can also jump in on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Off and rolling on a Tuesday morning. We've take you to the top of the hour at 8 when Hot Take Central 2.0 comes in. The former Blue Cam Jansen and Cardinals broadcaster Jim the Cat Hayes take you from 8 to 10 o'clock. When we come back, we'll be talking with Jennifer Bardot, Elevate and Lead from a business standpoint today. Promote her show and what she's doing. She's got all the grit. We'll let you tell her about what grit, or she'll tell you about what grit is for business people all throughout the area and, of course, around the country. We'll be back with more of Art City Now right after this. We are your Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. Hey guys, welcome back into the show on a Tuesday morning, October 28th. I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. Producer Ryan alongside too. Here Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. live and in charge, bringing you everything from a St. Louis standpoint. All things in the Lou, all the time. Any other stories that you guys like to jump in on as well? If we're missing anything, let us know. Any other stories, ideas, whatever. You know, we do it. We promote here. Glad you guys are with us as always. You can do it on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Once again, talk to us. If you want to give us a call, you can do that as well. We give you that opportunity. The phone number is 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. We'll get into some of the other stories that we were talking about. The record-setting World Series from last night. Blues go down again for the fourth straight time. Frustrating there. Chiefs and Kelsey, Mahomes all with a big night. They're back on track. But now we'd love to promote some of the things that we have with our interviews. Joining us live is Jennifer Bardot. She has the show here on Tuesdays from 10 to 11 o'clock. Elevate and Lead. Jennifer, good morning. Thanks for taking some time to join us this morning. You were already up, though, right?
Good morning. No, I was just rolling out of bed. I don't have the boys this morning, so this is a sleep-in morning.
Oh, a sleep-in morning, and I'm bugging you without.
No, this is awesome. Thanks for having me.
Hey, we love to do the promotion aspect of it. I met you before. I did some study from what you do, and I've heard the show, a little bit of it from one time. Let everybody know what you do on Tuesdays from 10 to 11, because I think it's fascinating, and the career that you've put together and how you're helping women, not only local, but all over the country.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so every Tuesday live right after the show, and yours are leading a group of conversations. It's all about innovation and business and just different cool things that are happening in St. Louis. And I get to really highlight some amazing leaders in our community from all different industries, all different walks of life. A lot of them are either members of my grit community or they've been in my book. So I published 7 international best-selling anthologies and featured over 275 authors in these books. And they started with just women, but the last anthology I just published in June of 2025 actually featured men as well. And that was called Successful Entrepreneurs with Grit. But so I've kind of rolled out this community of grit, which I trademarked growth, resilience, intention, tenacity, and then built a supportive environment where people can grow, thrive, share their story, and become published authors or moderators or speakers. And that's kind of all been the rollout since 2021. So.
What made you jump into something like this? Because you talk about helping people, mostly women, but obviously talking about from a men's standpoint too, go from personal adversity into some sort of resilience. Everybody deals with adversity, but did you have some sort of moment or situation that pushed you to this standpoint?
Oh, I think there's been several moments throughout my life that have pushed me to that point. But my breaking point was actually during COVID, because I was supporting all these different incredible leaders in our community, and there was just no hope. There was so much uncertainty in the world, and that was obviously during COVID. So in 2019, I decided to start a community, and I started building out the community where we get together once a month virtually. And then I realized there was still more work to be done. So I decided to gather 40 women, and that's when we launched our first anthology called Owning Your Grit. And it actually ended up being an international bestseller in over 8 countries, and it was like organically picked up by Target, Walmart, Barnes & Noble. It was just incredible. And that led me to then step into the Deconstructing Grit collection. But my tipping point was just there was so much uncertainty, and there's something that's really energizing and when leaders can unveil and be real, because the people that are struggling behind closed doors that don't have the strength or don't see themselves as a leader can then utilize those stories and journeys as blueprints to their next path. So then they can get unstuck,
Yeah, no, I get it. I do. And like I said, everybody deals with something. And also, do you find that there are people who could really unlock so much more success if they allow their mind to do it?
Oh my gosh, that's the next book I'm going to be publishing. It's all about that mental fortitude, because we actually put our own handicaps in place, those self-limiting beliefs. So absolutely. I think our mind controls more than we actually give it credit. So I think once we're able to unlock those next layers, that's when really you can blow your top off and just get to those, those paths that you never even thought were imaginable.
How can people, women, whomever, find out more about what you're doing, your works, website, so forth, that sort of thing?
Yeah, visit mygritcommunity.com. It has links to my grit community where you can actually attend, my luncheons. I have a luncheon this coming Wednesday at the Pear Lodge from 11:30 to 1:30. I do those once a month. You can join as a community member and meet the other members. You can learn more about my next book that I'm going to be publishing. And I just rolled out 5 certified classes through University of California. So kiddos, if you have a kid that needs a little bit more grit, you can teach them experiential learning and they can get dual credit hours for college through University of California. So I just launched that too. But yeah, visit mygritcommunity.com.
Anything else that you think is important to let people know that may not know about you, your show, or what you're trying to do from that standpoint?
Get plugged in. This is a community of high-powered professional leaders that want to help support each other. And I just hosted a gala at River City on Friday. We had over 220 people. And
wow.
It's powerful. It's inspiring. And it's just so much fun. And it's unlike any other community here in St. Louis. And you don't even have to be from St. Louis to get involved because 2 of my events each month are virtual. So just tap into it and see if it's a fit.
What do you think? Well, you just said something that made me want to ask a follow-up. What makes it different or unique? I mean, and maybe I'm not associating it correctly, but there's business meetings, there's the business charters, the business chapters, all over where people try to get involved. What separates you?
Well, it's definitely business leaders, all C-suite or, entrepreneurs. But the differentiator is the fact that they actually share the real stuff. And that's when you can really gain the most wisdom and lessons by hearing other people's journeys. And you're able to relate to them and build trust because of the fact they're being vulnerable. And then you can learn from your own experiences by sharing your story as well. So it's just a powerhouse of leaders where they're actually real, authentic, and they infuse hope in this community, and it's inspiring.
No, real, authentic, vulnerable, all very positive things that the world may tell you isn't a good thing to do. But Jennifer, we appreciate you taking some time to talk about it. Your show again today, let everybody know the name of it and when you're on.
Elevate and Lead every Tuesday live from 10 to 11. And if you missed us after then, it goes on any podcast platform. So check it out.
All right. We appreciate it, Jennifer. Thanks for getting up with us. We'll catch up with you later and be listening in just over 2 hours.
All right. Awesome. See you then.
All right. Jennifer Bardot, Elevate and Lead. Glad that we had her on the show. Lots of energy. And I can see that from a business standpoint, how you need that. Check her out. You can look her up online. You can find out more about her grit community, growth, resilience, intention, and tenacity. So congratulations to her. She says it's all about her core belief in the true strength and how it develops through shared storytelling and lived experiences. We're Arch City now. It's a Tuesday morning, kind of cloudy, kind of gray, a lot like yesterday from a weather standpoint. High supposed to be around, 54, 55 today. Might get some precipitation later in the day as well as tomorrow, but allegedly we're going to be dry and the sun comes back out for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We did see that we had a little sun at the end of yesterday for a little bit. Not too shabby. 7:44, just about 7:45 here on this Tuesday, October. If you guys still wanted to jump in before the end of the show, you could do that on Facebook, X, or YouTube. If you had any questions about Jennifer, we could try to answer those as well. And or you can give us a call, 855-282-8255. Once again, that's 855-282-8255. Last night, we talked about it a little bit early in the show. We came out, World Series action. Holy moly, 18 innings. It took them 2 games to finish one. 6 hours, 30 minutes. Dodgers, Jays, that's the Blue Jays, before the Dodgers finally win 6-5. Unfreaking believable. Not only that, from the game standpoint, Freddie Freeman hits a walk-off home run. Dodgers lead the World Series now 2-1. They got to play again tonight. That'll be game 4. Dodger. I mean, it almost becomes a must-win. It really does for the Jays, the Blue Jays. St. Louis and Max Scherzer last night, he did his job. He pitched 4 2/3 innings, was about ready to get through the 5th inning. The Blue Jays are up 4-2. You got a man on, and Shohei Ohtani's at the plate. And I'm like, oh, man, let him pitch to Shohei. I wanted to see Scherzer do it. They took him out, brought in a lefty, and what happens? Shohei still hits a double. Unfreaking believable. Scherzer, love watching you pitch. of course, the Parkway Central product, Mizzou product, and of course, I call him future Major League Baseball Hall of Famer. So he was there. But then what we also saw last night in this incredible record-setting 18-inning game was the fact that I call it the best ever World Series performance, and here's why. By an offensive player in Shohei Ohtani. He had 9 at-bats, and he was on base 9 times. The probability of that happening is like slim to none. He hit 2 home runs and 2 doubles, and he walked 5 times. I say this to so many people, and I have in the past. Appreciate, because we are watching the greatest baseball player of all time. Right now, of all time, this long, storied history of Major League Baseball. A 6'4", 220-pound man is the fast, athletic pitching unit. The greatest thing I'd ever seen happen, just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, when Shohei hit 3 home runs in the same game and struck out 10 batters as a pitcher, going over 6 innings. Then last night, he follows that up, 4 for 4. 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, and walked 5 times. On base, came to the plate 9 times, and he's on base 9 straight times. Shohei, that's phenomenal. We haven't seen anything like this before. Your greatness and your energy, which is electric, is fun to see. It's good for baseball. Especially when us in this St. Louis city, of us trying to be a baseball city, know that we're nowhere near the World Series, which is sad to say. It makes me think back to 2006, 2011, even 2014 when we got destroyed by the Red Sox, but still we were there. Now we're nowhere near that. Sad. Hopefully sometime soon we'll get back there. But congrats to Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. 6-5, game 4 tonight. Dodgers win tonight. That series is over. Toronto is a tough team. Very tough team. Actually finished the regular season with 1 more win than the Dodgers. So they've got a good team, but they are up against it now, especially after a late night or early morning game that we were talking about already. Chiefs got a big win last night. 28-7. I say big because it keeps them in the hunt, because they're in a very tough division. It's the toughest division, as I call it, in the NFL right now. You've literally got the Broncos leading the division. I mean, they're 6-2. Then you got the Chiefs 5-3, the Chargers 5-3. That's a big deal. Travis Kelce catches his 83rd, gets his 83rd touchdown. Ties Priest Holmes for the Chiefs all-time lead. Big deal for Travis. So the Chiefs have they needed last night too, because now coming up this week, they're at the Bills on Sunday afternoon. Another massive game. Then they have a bye week. And then they play the Colts. Then they not the Colts. They got the Colts and Chargers right after that. That's a big deal. That is a huge freaking schedule coming up for the Chiefs. They
still have to play the Broncos again. They still have to play
2 games with the Broncos.
Yeah.
And then 1 with the Chargers. But the game against the Chargers will be in Kansas City. But the Chargers have already beat them once. So just focusing back from the Chiefs standpoint, because so many people in this area are Chiefs fans. The Blues back in action tonight. I know Camel hit this a little bit, just a little bit. 4 straight losses. My, oh my. You come out last night, gosh, we got to get a good start. Good start to the season has not happened. A good start to the game last night did not happen. 2 goals in the first minute of the game. I'm literally, I was driving at the time, and I'm listening. And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. They just gave up 2 goals in the first minute of the game. Joel Hofer he's got some issues right now. Now, he rebounded, played all right, okay, didn't have to make a lot of saves. But 25 shots, he gave up 5 goals. I mean, arguably, he's the worst. He's to start the season, he's been the worst goaltender in the NHL when he's played. Bennington back in net tonight.
I was about to say, when does Bennington come back?
Well, they're trying to. I mean, you've got to rotate 2 goalies. You do throughout the year to make so that everybody's there, especially with Bennington. Plus, you have the Olympic break that'll be coming up this year, and they'll be playing.
No All-Star break this year.
Nope, they're playing the Olympics for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's why they're playing so many of these quick games. And because they've got games that are happening like this, I mean, they're playing like essentially every other day. You thought you were fine going into the season with Hofer, but you're not right now. You're just not. So Blues have lost 4 straight. They're 3-5-1 after losing to Pittsburgh last night. Penguins are a good team. They're 6-3. They fought back, but they couldn't get the job done. They lose 6-3. They tied last night. They tied the game at 2 after the first period. You're thinking, okay. And then, of course, it all fell apart. So tonight, they got a back-to-back. It doesn't get any easier. They're back at home tonight. So you got the Blues at home tonight with a revenge game, so to speak, against the Red Wings. If you don't remember, Saturday night, the Blues were up 4-0 in Detroit. Oh, life was great until they ended up losing 6-4. Gave up 6 unanswered goals to the Wings. They lost that game. And then, of course, it continued the losing streak, which got to 4 games last night. So then the Blues played tonight at home against the Wings. Then Thursday, they host Vancouver, who's having another good start to their year. So you really got to find a way to stop this. Blues just 3-5-1. They're in last place in their division. In the Western Conference, they're 3rd last in points. And you just, it's one of those things where, this team's going to turn around. They're good. They are. They've got talent. They didn't play with Robert Thomas or Jake Neighbors last night, 2 of their best offensive players. So that hurts. Hope they're day-to-day with some injuries. Hopefully they're going to get back soon. But it also goes to show what's happening. They've got to find a way to win. And then when you lose, obviously that pressure starts to mount. You start carrying around that albatross. You got to win. You got to find a way to win. So if you want to get out and watch some Blues, you got them Tuesday and Thursday over at Enterprise. Always a good time. Go up and support the team because they certainly need it from that standpoint. One of the other things, and of course, I'm trying to get to this before we leave. Ryan are always promoting AI and talking about it. How about this? Amazon says that they're going to cut 14,000 corporate jobs. Guess why?
AI.
Because of AI. They said, we're not going to spend on humans anymore. We're going to spend on AI. Now, I know Amazon is massive. 14,000 may not seem like that many, but that's 14,000 jobs. That is 14,000 jobs.
14,000 people that could have had those jobs.
So they kind of gave word that this was going to happen at the end of the summer, but they said that at that time over the summer that Amazon had more than 1,000 generative AI services and applications already in progress or built. But that figure was just a small fraction of what it planned for the future. They literally warned their employees, get on board with the company's AI plans. And then, of course, Amazon announced a multi-billion-dollar investment to expand cloud infrastructure and advanced AI innovation. So now you have a situation where they're saying, okay, quote, the reduction that we're sharing today, this about the 14,000 jobs being eliminated, corporate jobs in favor of AI. The reductions we're sharing today are a continuation of this work and get strong of this work to get even stronger by further reducing bureaucracy, removing layers and shifting resources to ensure that we're investing in our biggest bets and what matters most to our customers, current and future needs. There you go. They said that the teams and individuals impacted by the job cuts, they're going to be notified today. Wonderful. Thank you all. Just happy, joy. We already know it. Whether you like things or not in life, sometimes you have to get on board. When the train's coming down the track and there's nothing you can do to stop it. You got to get with the times. You got to advance. You've got to move with it, or be in an industry where AI is not going to affect you. There are industries where it won't affect you, but it's going to be in almost every aspect of it, like it or not. We're all dealing with it. So it makes you wonder. It's like, my gosh, these things going on. We may not like it, but it is what it is. Hey, by the way, too, real quick, I thought this was interesting.
Hey, just wanted to let you know, somebody in the comments said hello from London.
From London.
Yes.
All right.
So many non-English people here.
Yeah. Well, from London, we appreciate you guys being with us. Maybe Peyton Manning getting a little more frustrated in his older age. Last night, they do the Manning cast. He called out Joe Buck and Troy Aikman last night on Monday Night Football. He was doing the Manning cast with Eli. They were trying to decide whether they were doing a replay to decide if there was a Washington touchdown. Peyton literally said last night, quote, "I feel like Joe Buck and Troy Aikman don't really tell us much. I need a little more communication from them over there here to the B team. I'm getting no information." Now, hopefully he was kind of tongue-in-cheek joking. But later in the game, he got frustrated because he was saying that a receiver, he was disgusted about Deebo Samuel having a ball hit him in the face mask, turn it into an interception. So Peyton getting a little, little
Grumpy.
Maybe a little grumpy, a little frisky, so to speak. Anyway, I thought that was interesting that he was doing that. Guys, we got to get out of here. We appreciate it. We're here every morning, 6 to 8 a.m. Producer Ryan, Vic Faust. It's Arch City now, as I always say. Stay positive. Have a great day. We will see you tomorrow. Hot Take Central 2.0 coming up next.
Join now. Hey, Cat, summer's winding down, but I keep thinking, my backyard is weak, man. I need a pool and maybe even a fire pit.